Marks the Box, an Xbox podcast. Today is our XMB Awards, X Marks the Box Awards, and I am currently with one of my best friends, the return of our famous co-host who retired sort of, but she's back for this episode and next week, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So I'm going to introduce to you Alice. Hi Alice, how you doing?
Hi, my pronouns are she, they, and yeah, we did plan to do the XMB Awards, and hopefully we can do this every year. So for this channel, it'll be the second year, and that involves me and the rest, and I don't know if the next years are going to have more hosts in. But then I was kind of hoping like in PS We Trust would probably join us, but I mean, I don't know if they do their own awards, do they?
I'm not sure. I remember watching their top 5 games of the year last year, so they might just do a top 5 like we do, which is what we're doing next week. So our overall game of the year each is going to be announced next week, but we do have the community game of the year and a load of fun awards to announce this week. So, and also if we look like we're wearing the same clothes next week, it's because we're recording it all in one go. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit for you guys. So, without further ado, we're going to kick straight off with our XMB Awards. The first award is an award Alice has come up with. Would you like to announce it?
Well, I have our awards here, and it's for the best show that's not a fucking Xbox game.
Oh, wow. So best adaptation as well, essentially, if we're going to go off the Game Awards logic. Also, I just wanted to mention as well, like the Game Awards, PlayStation will also win nothing here. Just going to put that out there.
We'll see about that.
Right drop. I'm just joking. Anyway, yeah, so best TV show. So what are the nominees?
The nominees are One Piece on Netflix, Cat and Laserhawk Blood Dragon Remix, Last of Us HBO, and Super Mario Brothers the movie.
Woohoo! My vote's for Mario the movie because I haven't actually watched the other ones, so that's not really. Is that fair? I don't know.
Do you remember any other game adaptations I might be missing?
Well, there's Twisted Metal, but I haven't watched that either.
No, I haven't watched that.
What other ones were there? There's Castlevania. But yeah,
I've seen that one.
I love the Mario movie, so I would go for that. Even though it's not best TV, that's the best movie, I guess. It's not a fucking Xbox game.
I don't know if you're on like Netflix, but you should definitely check out the One Piece live action. So I don't know if you had a chance to look at it.
I have not. I've heard it's good though. To be fair, I mean that's not. Is that a gaming adaptation? I mean, it kind of is, but it's not.
Well,
it started off as an anime.
It's based on a manga and anime,
Yeah.
And what a live action does is just like streamlines it into like 1 hour episodes, which has really high pace, but it also changes things like story and give more oomph to the environment.
Okay.
So I can't really say too much spoilers, but it's obviously like made changes just to make it more streamlined.
Okay. I watched the first like 4 seasons of One Piece and I barely remember it, and I felt like I got nowhere into the series even after watching 4 seasons. So I don't know.
But you said checked out that Jamiroquai Rat.
Yes, I still don't know what you mean, but yes.
We're talking about Chopper the reindeer.
Yeah. So my vote is for Super Mario movie, but that's because I haven't seen the others, and that's not a very good reason to vote for it, but there you go.
Well, the reason I brought up the other shows is that Cat and Laserhawk Blood Dragon Remix is like, it doesn't have much of Blood Dragon bits in it. It's actually like takes this theming of it, puts it in a show, and it has a lot of like parodies of many Ubisoft characters. Right. So it's like have Rainbow Six as a Sentai team. You have Rayman as a news announcer, and also does that thing. And there's also other things like there's someone from the crew who is actually acting as one of the characters, and I think they're supposed to be a villain from like Far Cry 4 in it as well, but I think it's all done to some like really crazy lengths, and it's also like really sweary, gory, and all sorts of crazy. Also, do you remember that there's two characters from Beyond Good and Evil? Those ones are also in it as well.
So it's just
But
Ubisoft going crazy.
Yeah,
Ubisoft being
exactly.
Ubisoft.
I know
Tom
you
Clancy
like
just
playing...
in the background. Like,
Yeah, you obviously like Blood Dragon as a game.
oh, it's such a good game. Yeah.
It's not really a TV adaptation of it. It just takes the Blood Dragon and turns it into a whole thing. And you even have a one of the assassins from Assassin's Creed as a frog. So
That's
it's
so
just all
random.
sorts of
I've
It
never,
is random.
I've never even. I need to check that out. So that's on Netflix, is it?
Yeah,
fair enough.
along with the One Piece.
And also, if you want to see the Mario movie, that's on Peacock, and I got that on Blu-ray as well. So if you want to check that out, Super Mario, Yahoo!
Otherwise, you would see it on Sky.
Oh,
Besides, I haven't actually seen the movie myself, so
you need to watch
I
it.
don't
It's
know
great.
if I would.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Anyway, the other nominee on the list is Last of Us HBA, which is...
I'm assuming would win if we both watched it, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really judge. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's really good, but I've not seen it. The first game I liked, and it's based on the first game, so...
Yeah, that's why this one adapts the game, the story from the game, and the original game is just like really good. It also takes the events from that and the DLC. So, and it's done with quite a bit of good respect towards it, and it just like has a lot of good moments. There's some like really good representation and everything like that, and the special effects are pretty good for the show too. So I don't really usually check out American TV shows where they have hour-long episodes and you have to binge through all of it. And this is definitely one of the shows that I've managed to watch all the episodes and loved like many bits of it.
I haven't
just
seen
went
it
from
yet.
beginning to end.
Looks good. I'm really looking for... I know we're kind of going off topic a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to the Fallout TV show coming next year as well. I'm going to try and watch that. That looks really fun. And yeah, and then Halo Season 2's coming out next year. Hopefully they'll be better than Season 1. Fingers crossed. The trailer looks good, so fingers crossed. Yeah, so that is our TV not a fucking game. So we have a couple of so to explain the XMB Awards, the Xbox Awards, we have a couple of cooperative awards which we both agree on. And then we've got our individual awards as well. So this is Alice's first individual award. What is it, Alice? I don't know what this is going to be, so this could be absolutely hysterical. Let's find out.
We didn't actually announce the winner of the last category, though, but I think we're going to agree on like...
The Last of Us? We'll say Last of Us, is it? Even though I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
All right, Last of Us wins. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Even though I would have voted for Mario, personally, for you. But to be fair. Right, moving on. Alice's award number 1 is...
It's the one game that you'll be crazy to buy a full price for.
Oh, nice. You're going to say Starfield, aren't you?
It's on the list.
I knew you were going to... Why is... You hate that. Why is with all the hate? What is this hate? Anyway, it's fine. What are your nominees?
Well, apart from Starfield, there's Mortal Kombat 1, Halo Infinite, and there's also Modern Warfare 3. Oof. So I don't know if there's any other games you like to add to the list.
Games that you shouldn't pay full price for.
You'll be crazy to pay the full price for. Like, if you buy Starfield and it's worth the price, that's fine. Yeah. It's only if you feel the games are like overpriced, then that goes into the list.
But is getting it on Game Pass paying full price for it? Because that is the price that it came out as. You're saying you wouldn't pay 60 quid for it or 70 quid for it. Is what you're saying. I would say
no. What I mean is, there's a lot of games that you pay 70 quid for, but sometimes you end up paying more of it, and that includes microtransactions. Includes DLC. And it just makes you want to pay more for the game, and you feel as if you're not getting enough value out of it.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit complex there, But to put it simply, it's just something that isn't really worth the amount of money that you're paying so much for.
I mean, me personally, if I was this is your award, so you get to pick the winner. Me personally, I would pick Modern Warfare 3 on that list because Modern Warfare 2, I bought it for half price. I got it like £30, and I returned it straight away because it was so full of microtransactions and battle passes and shite that I was like, this is not worth. It's not even worth £30 for me. And I think this, and I've heard that this was even worse than Modern Warfare 2. So. I would also maybe, as much as I enjoyed it, and it's my favourite PlayStation game, I would say probably Spider-Man 2. I kind of regret paying £60 for it because I beat it in like a weekend. Now it's just collecting dust on my shelf. Even though I enjoyed it, it's like it's a one and done kind of thing. You can literally get the platinum within like 20-30 hours and then you're done. So I enjoyed it, but maybe not worth £70 personally. In hindsight,
I don't know if you get a subscription and you can play it for free like Game
No.
Pass.
you can't. No, it's full
No.
price on them. Their PlayStation Plus, they don't put games on there for a while. So it might be on there next year at some point. Maybe it'd be worth doing it then. I don't know. But personally, yeah. But I said I still enjoyed it a lot, but I just don't think it was worth the £70 I paid for it personally. But there you go. Anyway,
Yeah, I think you did make a good argument for Spider-Man 2, but think I think the Starfield is a bit of a long shot there. As you rightly say, he's on Game Pass. Same with Halo Infinite, but Halo Infinite is like has many microtransactions, and it has high prices. Like you get a Combat Evolved Mark III suit, and that's for 2,200 credits, which is equivalent to about £20 to pay for this armor kit.
all right. Yes, I know. But then Halo is free to play. You don't have to buy it at all. You can literally play the game for zero, for nothing.
Just as long as you resist the urge to pay for any cosmetic items.
The microtransactions are egregious, but at least the game is free. Unlike like Modern Warfare, which is the same thing, but you also have to pay for the game up front, which is insane.
Now, I think it just seems like as if we're stuck between two of the nominees, which is Modern Warfare 3. I think I can already tell that it's very, very egregious and it's something you pay a full price for.
Felt good.
As Mortal Kombat 1 is something you pay full price for, and it's a bit of a disappointment in some ways, but it won't be long until you discover there's a Halloween fatality that you only get for like 10 quid just to have a fatality in it.
That's terrible. I hate that.
So I just don't know whether I would go for Mortal Kombat 1 based on that.
I was going to say as well, with Modern Warfare 3, I didn't even mention the fact that all the maps are reused maps. They're old maps that they've reused. And in the campaign, they reused the, what's it called? The Battle Royale modes that they have online. They use a lot of the same maps.
Really?
So yeah, it's not even, like, it's basically glorified DLC that they charge £70 for. And then also battle passes and cosmetic skins and all sorts of other crap. So personally, that's my vote.
Yeah, that does sound like as if it's a free-to-play game, only to sell it for a higher price because it gives you more content up front. But then I think it's just a case of like, I think it's already like focusing so much on the multiplayer, and now it's just turning into a major disappointment by the sounds of it. So I think Modern Warfare 3 would get my fate too. I was considering Mortal Kombat 1, but I don't think there's a lot of evidence to suggest there's a lot of egregious microtransactions with the full price game.
Congratulations, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. You suck ass. Congratulations. Biggest rip-off of the year. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on to my first award, which I'm excited about but also kind of nervous about? I don't know how you're going to respond to this one.
Well, whenever you're nervous, just do it.
Yeah, so you might. I'm not sure how you're going to respond to this one. So this one, I got multiple names. I could name this award in multiple ways. So, so this award is for characters that I would massively simp for, or characters I have a crush on, or characters I would like to bang that released in 2023. We have. This is a prestigious category, and this is So Here we go. The nominees are Ada Wong for Resident Evil 4, Sarah from Starfield, Anija from Starfield, Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3, Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3, or Corsica from Hi-Fi Rush. There you go.
Those are solid nominees.
And I know for you, it's probably Samco, right? I'm just going to put that out there.
Well, I know I'm like bisexual.
Yeah.
So I can go gay for any of these people too. So
I'd go gay for Barrett. I was tempted to put Barrett on the list, but I didn't. Just because of that one video he put up before going gay for Barrett.
But I have to say that I went into Baldur's Gate 3 because we both bought the game when it came out on Xbox.
Yes.
And we already put in some hours into it. Even though it came out on PlayStation first, we got an Xbox full price, and we're enjoying it so far.
I'm enjoying
but
it.
I haven't played it to extent that I've experienced two of these characters you get early in the game, including Shadowheart.
You've not seen Shadowheart. You get right at the beginning. She's the one stuck in the cubicle in the pod.
Yeah, I just found out that you had to find some kind of rune, which involves backtracking to get her. But once you get her, it's just like, yes, she's good. And I think there's another character. Is she like the half orc or some sort?
Karlach is a demon woman with like one horn who is really cool. And I only just unlocked her, but I was like, yeah, she's going on the list. She wasn't on the list until like literally 2 hours ago. I was like, oh, she's awesome. I like her. She's like awesome. She's really cool. She has like a heart of like an engine on fire, and she's got like flames, and she can basically set herself on fire and stuff. She's badass, to be fair. So yeah, I don't know who I want to win this award. I keep changing my mind.
I think I had already got some votes for it.
Go on.
Out of all the Starfield companions, as much as I would say about Sanko, and I know I will be a bit biased because I like Deus Ex games, but damn, he's really hot in this one. But
yeah,
I think if I would be speaking for a lot of people there, Andrea gets my vote because
Andrea, yeah.
I know there's a lot of people who have been simping for Sarah, and there's like a huge meme thing. But Andrea is just like really cool, has a nice accent to go with it.
We're going to say something else.
Yeah.
A nice accent. What are you going to say? Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. I was originally going to put Ada Wong as my winner, but no, I think you're right.
Well, I was also going to say that I would most likely put my vote for like Corsica and Hi-Fi Rush because I know there's like many good characters in Hi-Fi Rush, and it's really good. And then you have like, I think there was someone called I know they're just based off spices and everything, but I know there's it's based off teas, so Peppermint, is it?
Peppermint, yeah, I think Peppermint's the other girl in there, and then Chai's the main character. It's been a while since I played it, but yeah.
Well, I've even played the game so much, when I saw Corsica, it's like, wow, she's amazing, and she's strong, and does a lot of good moves too. In fact, she has even got a really interesting voice to go with her too. Yeah. And she also even happens to be a very good ally in the whole game as well. Also, spoilers for the end is just like she falls for like Peppermint and has some like huge lesbian vibes with it. But then who knows?
Who knows? But, yeah, I thought I put Corsica. To be honest, I put Corsica on the list because I knew you like Corsica and you did the artwork of her and stuff. So I'll put Corsica there.
I was going to mention that.
I'll put it on there for Alice.
Yeah, I did like some fan art, and I put on like Instagram, which is a chibi-fied version of like Corsica because she's one of my favorite characters in the game. But I don't know, because this is a bit tricky because my vote is between Andrea and of course Corsica there. But I think, to be honest, I think this is a toughie though.
Yeah, I think Shadowheart or Karlach could win eventually if we played if Baldur's Gate 3 came out a month ago, or we were doing this in a month's time, maybe it'd be different. But I'm not going to rule them. I'm ruling them out because I've literally played like the game for like 6 hours. Corsica, I'm ruling out. I'm going to go with Andrea because she is my wife in Starfield in my current run, and I got to stick with my wife who I can't be cheating. I can't be cheating with these other women.
That's
Even though Ada Wong could
definitely
step
those
on me with
walks.
those heels. I'm just saying.
Wow. I would say Andrea anyway, because I think we're gonna end up like picking different kinds of characters in it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would have like went for Sam K, but then Andrea definitely takes my vote, so she gets to win the award.
Yeah, and we're not normally this thirsty on this podcast. Just FYI, we're kind of usually quite chill when it comes to this kind of stuff.
But you can definitely tell how much he feels about those awards when he put them in.
I had to put it in. I had to do it. Okay, so that was my first award. The next award is Comeback of the Year. I don't know if... Did you have nominees for this one? Because I know what my winner is already, but go ahead.
This one is very interesting and has a lot of unique games because most of the awards you would be expecting like Spider-Man 2, Starfield, and even Baldur's Gate 3 to win these games, as was Zelda.
Yeah.
So in this category is awards to the games who have like either went out that I haven't been talked about for years or didn't do well at the beginning, and then they came back and this ended up really good games you definitely need to check out. So the nominees are Halo Infinite for seasons 3 to 5, made the game much better, especially Firefight.
Yep.
Cyberpunk 2077 because of the DLC and
Phantom Liberty,
update. Quake 2 remastered for bring Quake 2 back with HD remake. Well, no, I mean remaster.
Yeah.
And also GoldenEye 007 for being brought back to Switch and Xbox after many years of rumors and speculation.
My vote goes to Halo. I'm just going to put that out there because Halo. I've played a lot of Halo since this year came out, and this is probably my most played game this year, including even though I've been playing Starfield like crazy and Zelda and other things. I still think I probably play Halo more than them. Because I love Halo and it's so good with Firefight and the new season passes and stuff. I like how they reduced the 100 battle pass to 50. I think that's cool, and like the stuff like that, and like the new modes and the new stuff and all the community maps and stuff. I love Halo at the moment. Halo Infinite is so good. But what's your vote? Sorry, I know I interrupted.
Well, as a 90s kid, Quake 2 and GoldenEye 007 really takes me back. And I think the GoldenEye is just like a pleasant surprise shadow drop. And I think it's just really worth checking out. I haven't really checked out Cyberpunk, which even though I played it early this year, and that was before the updates there, but I haven't played enough to know like whether it's worthy of this reward, but it's certainly a good comeback. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Halo Infinite had a bit of a slow, and we did thought it was going to die out, but with the introduction of the seasons 3 to 5, and even ending the year with Firefight.
Yeah.
So if you're voting for that, then it would take my fate as well. With the runner-up being GoldenEye 007, because it's really nice to see this game return for modern consoles. So we don't have to like get a Nintendo 64 just to go through with PS Bulbusman shooting all the guards there.
I'd be an odd job. How dare you be odd job? But yeah, I love Halo Infinite. It's so good. Like all the community maps and stuff, the Forge mode has come in for, and then also Firefight. Oh, it's so good. It's like it's my favorite multiplayer game now, and it's so good. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, so I agree with you on that one. I think. Alice, what is your second award of the evening?
Best thing that Potatochief is totally missing out on, and that's for Last of Us TV show, Pizza Tower, Barbie movie, and Witch Watch manga.
What was the last one? Manga?
It's Witch Watch, the new Show and Jump series. Okay. You go on the Show and Jump, which involves having a subscription, but you can read the 3 chapters of the latest chapters online, so you can check it out on the website. But this is basically a gag manga, so it involves a witch who she comes over to someone in Japan and has a companion where he has to be obliged to be her assistant. Otherwise, he ends up getting turned into a well, basically he's half ogre, so in his human form.
I love anime.
That's because he's a descendant of both the, I think it's a gorilla and a tiger, and because of that, if he doesn't like, he has to oblige that if a witch chooses you, you have to be her companion. Otherwise, if you refuse, you'll be cursed to be turned back in the form of your ancestor, and it's feared that you may end up being a mix between a tiger and a gorilla. I think.
That's so random. So it was.
Well, that's nothing compared to the rest of the series, which has weird characters and even weirder concepts. But for those of you who have been following up with Shonen Jump, this is basically like it's an assistant that produces manga who also worked on like Gintama, which is also a parody manga. It's comedy manga which is set in like feudal Japan, only it's invaded by aliens, and the rest of it is just like absolute madness.
I love anime.
Chances
so
are,
much.
I don't think you'll be able to check it fully because Gintama has subtitles, Witch Watch is like a manga, and it's a bit tricky for those manga because it's often like really difficult to translate to have a dub, but there's definitely dub versions available in Gintama if you look around or some sort.
Okay, I need to look into that. So, what were the other options? So, is The Last of Us TV show? That's already won an award, so maybe not that. What were the other ones?
Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower.
I assume you haven't got it on Steam.
No, I haven't. No, I should though. It looks good. I like WarioWare and stuff. That's some of my favorite games in WarioWare, like old platformers like that. So I don't know why I haven't tried it yet. It's weird.
It's the closest to Wario Land 4 than WarioWare.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I like Wario Land 4. I used to play that all the time on my Game Boy Advance. What else is there?
Barbie the movie.
It's up for a lot of Golden Globes. Apparently, it's doing really well. I've heard good things. I should check it out. I haven't seen it just because I don't go to the cinema very often. But if I can find it on like Disney Plus or Netflix or something, I will probably check that out. The Barbie movie. I've heard good things actually. So yeah, I actually will check it out at some point. What was it? And then what was it? Pizza Tower, Last of Us, that
and Witch Watch.
And okay. Well, it's up to you. I haven't done it. Obviously, I don't know what these. As the whole category is, I don't know what I'm talking about. So,
I think. Have you seen Oppenheimer?
No, I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet.
Oh, then I think Oppenheimer is definitely going to take an award. So it'll be Oppenheimer, and unless you're okay with Barbie, is Barbie, so
I don't mind
either one of these.
I honestly don't mind. It's your award. It's your award. You decide. Barbieheimer or Barbie. We could just have them as both, I suppose. But
I would say Barbie anyway. So
Barbie.
Let's get her over it.
Come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Okay, my second award is dedicated to one of my favorite catchphrases from our show. It is, "It's just like one of my Japanese animes" award. The game that made me say, "This is just like one of my Japanese animes" the most while I was playing it. So the nominees are Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name, Fire Emblem Engage, Persona 5 Tactica, and Metal Gear Solid Collection. Which is when the Metal Gear Solid is when the meme came from initially, because that's what Otacon says it in Metal Gear Awesome, which is a parody of Metal Gear Solid. But yes, that's where the meme comes from initially. So I had to put Metal Gear Solid on there, but it's not going to win the award because the port is shite, even though I love Metal Gear Solid.
Well, I think you pretty much basically put down two games that is anime, even though it's more not so anime. And And I think it's just like saying, oh, RWBY is anime because it's like 3D stuff.
Yeah.
But but I don't know, because so you put down like Metal Gear Solid collection,
Yes.
and you also put like a dragon.
Yes.
Well,
I'll
the only
justify them
two
both in a minute. It's fine.
only two of these games that are like really considered anime in my eyes is Persona 4 Tactica, and of course,
Fire
I
Emblem
think it was
Engage.
that one as well.
I mean, they look like anime for sure. That's definitely true. As I said, Metal Gear Solid Collection, I only put it in because it's, as I said, it's the reference, the joke is from Metal Gear Solid 1, because Otacon is like, it's just like one of my Japanese animes. Like, that's how he, like,
Of course.
as that's why he's an otaku, isn't he? Like, that's like his whole thing. That's why he's called Otacon. Like a Dragon, that is the most anime game ever. I'm sorry, it is. It's so super anime. If you've ever played Like a Dragon, it's like the most anime thing ever. I love it. It's so good. And yeah, it doesn't artistically look like an anime, but gameplay wise and story wise, it is like the most anime ever. But the winner of this award is going to be Persona 5 Tactica, which does look like an anime. It actually looks like chibi anime, which is great, and the plot's very anime, and the characters are very anime. It's very anime, and I love it. It's so good, and I need to play more of it. But I've got like there's so many really good tactics games came out this year, and it's like kind of gone down the list, and I need to go back and play more because it is so much fun.
Well, honestly, if I was the one to come up with this award, I would be I would be taking out Metal Gear and Like a Dragon and have like Hi-Fi Rush.
I mean, Hi-Fi Rush
I
is.
know it look.
It's yeah, I suppose it's kind of more like American comic book style, but I get it. It is kind of anime. It's sort of yeah.
And there's also Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Sea of Stars, which is Sea of Stars is like really a
Haven't played
JRPG
Sea of Stars.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to go full ham with the anime, and now just to make sure people gets it, is One Piece Odyssey. And to be honest, this is actually like the cream of the crop of all anime One Piece games.
Fair.
And it's actually quite accomplished JRPG. Not that I've actually like checked it out, but I think I'll agree to choose for Persona 4 Tactica because I think you chose it very well.
Oh yeah.
Right down to the style and also the kind of feel you get from it. And I also feel Fire Emblem Engage is close second because
Oh yeah.
it manages to get that look great.
I mean, they're both turn-based RPGs. They're both basically weeb chess. They're weeb chess, both of them. But I feel like Persona 5 Tactica is more fun. I enjoy it more. And also, Fire Emblem Engage, I feel like Fire Emblem Three Houses is my favorite Fire Emblem game. I feel like this is a step down from that. It feels like almost like a worse game than the previous game in the series, which is sad, but that's just how I feel. But yeah, Persona 5 Tactica, it makes me really excited to play Persona 3 Remake when it comes out next year, and I'm really getting into the Persona series, so yeah, I'm very excited for more of that. So yeah, Persona 5 Tactica is it's just like one of my Japanese animes award 2023. Yay! And I felt like I had to do this award because we reference that line so often in this show. It's like one of our recurring jokes and recurring memes. So it had to be done. That is my second award of the evening. Now we move on to quite a prestigious award. It is the Xbox Game of the Year, which is a game that is exclusive to the Xbox platform. So there's not many choices this year. We got Redfall, which is definitely going to win it. No, that's not even going to be nominated. Nah. So Hi-Fi Rush, Forza, Starfield, Minecraft Legends, and I think and maybe an Age of Empires remake.
Yeah, Age of Empires 4 is definitely part of the list.
Yeah, Redfall could go jog on. I know what my vote's. Well, actually, I don't know what my vote is. Actually, I keep changing my mind. It's between two.
Well, I think the best way to narrow down the choices is based on how much you definitely need the Xbox for. So far, Forza Motorsport, I think you play it on the PC too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like, yeah, it's pretty much there if you fan of a Forza. But I think it's like I was gonna be sticking between Hi-Fi Rush and Starfield.
Yeah.
But given the Hi-Fi Rush is easy to get on the PC, whereas with Starfield is it's not very optimized for PC. But if you get it on a console and you get a controller and a headset with it, you would definitely get this huge experience out of it. And it's also the best way to play Starfield at the moment. And even so, it's just like it's like has a lot of things to do. It's very addictive, and you
Oh, yeah.
enjoy the shipbuilding, and it's pretty much on top of all this with Bethesda loop. So it's pretty much the closest you get to like Fallout 5 in
Yeah.
space.
In space. So is your vote for Starfield?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I thought your vote would be Hi-Fi Rush and my vote would be Starfield. So I thought we'd have to have a bit of an argument. I was really tempted to say Hi-Fi Rush is my Xbox Game of the Year because this game is so good, and it's my fit. If we had like a best surprise of the year, which we probably should have done, Hi-Fi Rush would win that. Best art style, Hi-Fi Rush would win that. Best sound, Hi-Fi Rush would win that. Best, all sorts of stuff. It's a really good game. But I gotta go with Starfield. Starfield is like it's the console seller now. It is the one that you put on the box. Yeah, it maybe didn't review as high as it should have, and maybe a lot of people were disappointed by it. But it is the quintessential Xbox game at the moment. It is the one that sells consoles. Whereas I really love Hi-Fi Rush. I really love Hi-Fi Rush a lot, but not many people are picking up a console for it, unfortunately, which is a shame because they should, because it's better than God of War Ragnarok, and I'm going to stand by that until the day I die.
Well, in PS We Trust, they'll probably give Spider-Man 2 the PlayStation Game of the Year, unless they ever heard of this and like, oh really? Yeah. Well, I think Baldur's Gate 3 definitely take this award because it came out of PlayStation first.
I mean, it's not PlayStation exclusive, so. I might say Final Fantasy might win that though. To be fair, because they had Final Fantasy, they like Final Fantasy 16. I've never played it, so I can't really judge. So, but yeah,
fair point. As long as it's not Forspoken, that's fine.
Forspoken Game of the Year. That's my PlayStation Game of the Year. Forspoken. No, it's not. I can't even joke about that. So the winner of Xbox Game of the Year, shockingly, is Starfield. I actually thought we'd have to fight about that one, and I was more than willing to concede to Hi-Fi Rush, but we've agreed on Starfield, so we'll go with that. Yes. All right, cool. All right, that's awesome. Congratulations, Starfield, and commiserations to Hi-Fi Rush, which we really do love and adore. Alice, what is your... go on. Before we
at least Starfield has won awards this year.
Hey, more than PlayStation. Alice, what is your final award of the evening?
Well, at the time of this recording, RWBY Volume 10 is not greenlit. And people, like fans, especially on Twitter, are mad about this being greenlit. And it's been quiet with news. There's crossover films involving the Justice League. I mean, who really asked for Superman and Batman to work with RWBY? Do you?
I don't know who did ask for that. I don't know where this is going, but keep going.
Well, the first movie is like involves Batman. It's like, he's like fine with not having any powers in the Justice League, and is okay doing detective work. But as soon as he got powers in the world of the Remnant, he just feels like, I think I'm happier to stay in Remnant. And like, what? Crazy? But anyway, movies, if you're a RWBY fan, you'll probably enjoy it. Otherwise, don't know if you're going to spend on that much. Also, it's like really dry when it comes to Volume 10. And now, the people who used to be RWBY fans are already getting their minds off it. And yet, I still think about RWBY. So this leads to this award, and that's for the best game that will put your mind off thinking about RWBY Volume 10.
I like it. I was wondering where you were going with this. Like, what's going on here? This is so it's the best game that distracts you about... Okay. Go on, what are your nominees? I'm curious.
Yeah. For those games, RWBY it has questionable world building, and there's even better shit out there that has much better world building and story from that. I mean, sorry, it's just like as much as I appreciate all the animation and fights,
Yeah.
you definitely need to spend your time instead of like trying to campaign for greenlit for the intent. You instead look at other things too, and that's what medieval really YouTubers are doing. So for this list, this game will have a much bigger lore, and it will get you addicted. So you just end up forgetting about the whole damn show. And
Right.
this is the same with any other show as well. So the nominees are Starfield, Fantasy Star 4, One Piece Odyssey, Vampire Survivors,
Hey.
Baldur's Gate 3,
Hey.
Hi-Fi Rush,
Hey.
anything Persona, but I think in your case it will be Persona 5 or Persona 5 Tactica.
I mean, that came out this year. The other ones didn't, so yeah, fine Tactica, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's an interesting topic. Vampire Survivors in there as well, even though that came out last year. But we love Vampire Survivors on this channel. We you know, I mean, it's your awards. You get to decide. I like a lot of those nominees are very nice, and I like them. And also, I don't watch
It's a
RWBY,
bit,
so it makes sense for it to be your award because it's about RWBY, sort of, in a weird way.
well, it's not about RWBY. It's basically an award for the game that will take your mind off anything else rather than waiting for season 2 for your favorite show. So you decide to like
Yeah.
do something else just to take your mind off it. Guess at the moment I'm binging on One Piece. Got
Yeah.
about almost to episode 200 and been reading the manga. And like, wow, this is such a great thing. So definitely binging it. But
Best game.
for this
I was going to
for
say the
this
best.
award,
Sorry,
yeah,
I was going to say the best game to while we wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 or Elder Scrolls 6. It's like, oh, I need them now. They're never coming.
yeah. I think that's a much better reward for it while you wait for like Grand Theft Auto 6.
Because that's not coming for a while. Or Fable.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So my vote goes to Baldur's Gate 3 because it's got a steep learning curve. It has an enriched lore that you're not going to be able to get a full idea of what it is in the moment. And it's just like, yeah, I think it's just like it will take your time off and you figure out how to get through the game. And from what I hear, it can range between 50 to 150 hours, so it's not as big as Starfield, but it's still like gets you really thinking, and it also gets you more interest with Dungeons and Dragons because the game is based on that.
Yeah. I mean, I've already played. We've both already played. Like, so we both got it after the Game Awards. We've both played it for about like 6 or 7 hours each. I really enjoy it as well. I think it's really good. So I'm agreeing with you, but also kind of tentatively because I haven't played it that much. Saying that, everyone I've heard has said Act 2 and Act 3 are amazing, and they're even better than Act 1. So.
Oh, I look forward
So
to
I'm
it.
excited for that. And we need to play co-op, which is also a really big selling point. So yes, I can second that award. I agree with. I like that. I like that nominee at all. I think that's very good. Congratulations to Baldur's Gate 3 for winning the best game to play while you wait for RWBY Season 10. Is that what the award was called?
Or best game while you wait for GTA 6, but I think my title would probably pretty much it to get more views in.
Yeah, either works. So that's your final, your final funny award of the evening, and now it's time for my final award of the evening as well. This award is an acronym. It is the F.U.I.G.N Award.
Obviously.
Obviously. This also could be the F.U. Jeff Keighley Award or the F.U. Games Media Award. This award goes to Starfield. There's not even any nominees. It's just one game. Screw you, IGN. Giving it a 7 out of 10. This game is fantastic. I think it's underrated, underappreciated, and it deserves an award. And this is the only award it's going to get, so I'm giving it to him now. Congratulations, Starfield. You win the F.U.I.G.N Award. F.U.I.G.N.
Well, I think you have to consider that if I was the one to do the awards, there will be other nominees too, like
I know.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 got actually, hindsight, I thought it got underscored, but now I've played it, I'm like, actually, 8 seems about fair for Spider-Man, to be fair. Personally. And then people say that about Starfield, so maybe I'm...
And there's also One Piece Odyssey, which got 7 out of 10, and that led to the article explaining about the review scores, and even has Luffy holding 7 in his hands.
Yes, I remember that one, yeah. And also this week, IGN have come out with an article saying, how do you cancel Game Pass?
Like, what?
They literally put an article up saying how this is how you cancel your Game Pass subscription. So IGN, fuck you. Seriously? Like where is this? Where is the PlayStation equivalent to that? How do you cancel PlayStation Plus? You haven't made that article, have you? Oh, it annoys me. And also like the constant every week going, Starfield's still gonna come to PlayStation, guys, I swear. It's coming to PlayStation. Everything's coming to PlayStation still. Xbox is gonna release everything on PlayStation. Shut up, IGN. No, they're not. No. And now it's Blade. Like the Starfield story's finished. Now every IGN article is, oh, Blade's coming to PlayStation. They did put the Xbox logo on it, so it's definitely coming to PlayStation. Like, oh, shut up. I actually like some people in IGN. I like some of their podcasts, but some stuff they say is ridiculous and annoying.
And not only that, you mentioned about this article and said, what are some good Xbox Game Pass alternatives? And so, like, EA Play, Ubisoft Plus. That's it. He's just asking for the other services that you can still get with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I mean, that is... I don't know whether this is considered to be anti-Xbox or something, but it's written by Callum Williams, who did his article about cancelling Game Pass, and I feel is a bit suspicious, as if they don't seem to like the idea of Game Pass, when it obviously has a lot of good reasons why you should subscribe to it, as well as getting EA Play. And if you do, you pay a bit extra for Ubisoft Plus. It's also with the Game Pass as well. So
I don't think. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Xbox tax is really a thing, but I do feel that IGN do inflammatory articles to try and get views in clickbait. Like, this is inflammatory. This is to get people pissed off. And also, I feel like, and I still stand by this, I feel the 7 out of 10 from IGN for Starfield is inflammatory. The only reason they gave it a 7 out of 10 is to piss people off and to start fanboy wars. It should definitely have been at least an 8 or a 9 in my opinion, and I feel like it's just there to piss people off, and it's worked because it's pissed me off. You've won an award. Congratulations, IGN! You win this award for pissing me off and annoying me all year.
Also, that Starfield is responsible for, like, now the 7 out of 10 that people are mad about it. So people went into this hate train and been digging into Starfield and giving it a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And didn't even get anywhere. It even led to bigger YouTubers who have been more progressive to go against Starfield, especially its writing as well.
Yeah.
So,
like Stephanie Sterling as well, she gave it a 4 out of 10. We discussed that as well. Also, I was going to mention this also, GameSpot are just as bad for this. We gave it a 7 out of 10, and then they just kept posting it every day that they gave it a 7 out of 10 on Twitter because they knew people would click on it and they would get engagement. Essentially, that's what I'm saying, is they rage farm people, and it annoys me. I can understand people having an opinion, but I feel like they underscored it just to get people talking and get people annoyed. And they've worked. It's successful because it's annoyed me. So congratulations, you did it.
If it wasn't for IGN having to post this review, or even people overreacting to it, then we would have given Starfield a bit of a chance. But I think it just kind of like goes into a huge uproar about this whole game, and honestly, unfortunately, Starfield is getting a bit lost in time, and we're still waiting for a huge update to come out for it. We're still waiting for the DLC, but I'm just hoping that we'll get the same treatment as Cyberpunk and get more praise.
Oh yeah,
but yeah.
Also, that's also I feel like as I said, it's rage farming. It's getting the rage into it, and we see it all the time on
I
our
know.
channel. Whenever we see anything about Starfield, you'll get negative comments and stuff. I don't want to call out anyone in particular, but there was one, like we were doing the polls for the best game of the year, and someone just kept commenting about how Starfield doesn't deserve to be in the best game of the year category or anything like that. And so, well, it was voted for by other viewers, so it deserves to be there. Sorry, you know. And I don't. I feel like I guess there's a lot of like fanboy criticism you get. You know, a lot of people just are jumping on it just to hate on it, and I don't like that at all. I feel like, you know, it's a decent game. It might not be a game of the year, but I don't know. I feel like it gets a lot more hate than it deserves just because it's an Xbox game, really, and I kind of hate that. And yeah, Starfield deserves an award, so here you go, Starfield. There you go. The Invisible Award from me.
I would also go for the award as well, because I just feel that this one has made a huge uproar, with the one-up being One Piece Odyssey for like even like getting some attention as well.
Yeah.
So if if you really want to try out games, you can try Starfield and One Piece Odyssey and leave good reviews.
Yeah, and also
Whatever.
get Game Pass and screw IGN for saying cancel Game Pass. Get Game Pass to play Starfield. Screw you, IGN.
It's only £12, and
Yeah.
it only takes a month to beat it.
Yeah, exactly, and I love it. And I still haven't got the last achievement on that game yet, which I will. I will beat it 100% soon. One day. That is my final award. Now we're going to move on to the final award of the evening. And my dog's decided to wake up. Hello, doggy. Can you not
Sit down.
Can you not distract me while I'm trying to record? Okay. This is our last award of the evening. It is the Community Game of the Year. We asked you, the viewers, what is your game of the year? We had 16 nominees, and then we had 4 polls. Each poll, the top 2 of each one went through to the semi-final, and then we had a top 8, and then the top 8 turned into a top 4. So the 16 nominees are Starfield, Minecraft Legends, Pizza Tower, Diablo 4, Forza, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Street Fighter 6, Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Stars, Spider-Man 2, Dave the Diver, Super Mario Wonder, and Cocoon. Before we announce who actually won it, is there anything games you think we should have really reconsidered? I think maybe Liza P might have deserved a slot, maybe Final Fantasy 16, but I haven't played either of those games, so maybe not. I don't know, but I think I personally think that's a good lineup for our nominees, our top 16. I just second guessing myself. So, okay, so our top 4. Our final 4 were Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, and Baldur's Gate 3. Those are our 4 nominees for Game of the Year in the community section. You guys voted in your numbers. 43 people voted, which is really good because we nearly already got like 300 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. 200 and a bit subscribers. So in 4th place was Starfield. In third/joint second with the same amount of votes is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Hi-Fi Rush, meaning the community game of the year, to the surprise of nobody, is Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations, Baldur's Gate 3, for winning our community game of the year. It wouldn't win by vote because I haven't played enough of it. But maybe if we asked me again in a month's time, I might have changed my mind. But yeah, I think it's deserving. I think it's deserving of a Game of the Year nod. I personally think the fact it's only been out for a week on Xbox and it won our Game of the Year award is hilarious.
Yeah.
Saying that Zelda would have won it if it wasn't for Baldur's Gate. So whatever. Yeah, I think that's all. It's really cool that we asked you guys, the community, and it's nice to know what you guys think out there. CRPGs are not usually my type of thing. I didn't think I would like Baldur's Gate, but from what I've played, I really enjoyed it, and I didn't think I would.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm really liking it so far. I have a half orc called Urga, and he is basically just a beast. Essentially, I've got like the battle axe, 2-hand battle axe, and I'm all about being like a berserker kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm going for. Kind of like Hulk, or like the characteristic is like kind of like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, or like Hulk. That's what I'm going for. And then you're going for something completely different. What's your character like in Baldur's Gate?
She's a half elf druid, and they're just trying to get through the whole game. But the reason I try to go for the particular class is because you can get a speak of animals ability.
Ooh.
So if you activate it outside the battle, you get this like ability, and then you just go around talk to animals. So I found it out first in the YouTube videos, and there's like a bunch of talking cats in the Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's game of the
So,
year.
so when I went to the first town or camp, wherever that is, went over, took to the squirrel, and she got really mad and decided to attack my leg.
Oh.
It's like, hey, make sure you promise not to get close to that tree. Okay, I'll just try to get around it. And then I'm talking to like 3 oxes. One of them is just like saying, oh, I feel weird. There's, I think the male sounding one is just like, I'm bored. And I mean, if I can like get some ability to shapeshift. And there's a hungry ox. And this one speaks to the woman's voice like, sorry, I'm eating. Nom.
I love this game. Have you come across the barn in the one area? You go into the barn and you open the door, and there's a shocking surprise inside the barn. It
I'm not
is
sure.
a male orc fucking an ogre.
Oh dear.
This game is mad. I love it so much. It's like, what's going on in there? You can just hear groaning and moaning, and you open it up and like, oh my god. And because my character's half orc, I was like, can I join in? And then they were like, they still tried to kill me. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm starting to think whether the community vote is going into place or some sort like that. Everyone's just fucking about.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about yay. We were talking about how thirsty we were earlier with the simping characters and all this stuff. This game is all about that. I mean, this is like the game for people who. It's just the horniest game I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, I think it's a deserving community game of the year. I don't think it's going to win my game of the year personally, but that's probably because I haven't played it enough. But you will find that out next week when we go over our top 5 games of the year. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about Baldur's Gate before we wrap up the awards? Ooh.
Yeah, I think we can definitely like move.
Oh, you cut off there.
The Starfield is either going to be voted out, but hello.
Sorry, you froze for a second. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, it's just as I was saying, the Baldur's Gate, the community has spoken, and I thought Starfield was going to be easily voted out, but it did make it to the top 4, so that's pretty amazing because it just shows like how much people still love Starfield, and I think it's just what a lot of hate is just makes you convinced as if it's an inferior game.
Yeah.
But then there's definitely people who are like into it.
I love Starfield.
I thought the Spider-Man 2 is going to make it to the top 4, but it didn't.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I'm surprised by Spider-Man 2, but then now I'm hindsight, maybe not. But yeah, I personally prefer sci-fi to fantasy, so I would probably maybe pick Starfield over Baldur's Gate, possibly. But then I really like Baldur's Gate so far, so I don't want to piss everyone else. Put your pitchforks down, please. Please don't hurt me. I've only played this for like a week, so I'm gonna give you some time. But yeah, that is the. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is a worthy winner for sure. I think Zelda deserves a bit more votes, but there you go. It's one of those things. And Hi-Fi Rush is. It's nice to see Hi-Fi Rush up there as well. I thought Hi-Fi Rush wasn't even going to make it past the first round, so it's glad to see it up there in the top 4. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Did you enjoy the Xbox The Box Awards 2023? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Who would you have put for the character you would simp most over this year? And what game are you playing to pass the time till RWBY comes back? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Alice, for coming back for this special episode. Alice will be back with me again next week for our final episode of the year, our Game of the Year discussion. Ooh. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, too sweet. Cheers, guys.
Hey.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the X Marks the Box podcast. Follow us at X Marks Box on Twitter or X Marks the Box on YouTube. And follow us on all audio podcast services. Thanks for listening.